Thank you. Councilmember Hilton.
Thank you, Mayor. Chief, you have my full confidence, and I know you're trying to do the right thing, and I believe in you, and I believe in the officers, and the MOU is different today than it was in years past. Before, it was just strict strict SRO, would be in attendance, and we heard testimony at GUSD. I listened to, the comments of board members and students give their experience of what they saw back in the day. I mean, we're an old city, right? We weren't just created. So I applaud you and the department, and GUSD as well, for having those built-in expectations of the officers, like restorative justice training, positive behavior training, and bilingual. I appreciate that. I personally would also like to see the annual surveys collected by GUSD reflect the demographics of those surveyed. To me, that would help know whether the survey is actually statistically valid or not. Who are we really reaching? And I know that was shared by the board as well. And I understand that you're gonna, have to continue to get that process down. It's not easy, and you only had a couple months of data, so I completely get that. The data that was brought forward on what the types of incidents that SROs are going to, thank you for bringing that in. That is, I appreciate that. Those are the things that I need to be able to make a more informed decision of the correct response of whether this is what we should be doing for school safety. I personally too would rather have funds used for programs that we've heard earlier tonight. Several times we've heard about programs on prevention. And lastly, I'd just like to see our staff and GUSD staff really take time to work with those community-based organizations that still have the opposition out there. They still have provided opposition. There's a reason why they're coming together. And I think that 2 years in a row now, very verbal about it. And I'd like to see you all come to a compromise, and whether that means that we fund SROs and at the same exact time, we're funding some programs and services that come from these community-based organizations, I think really would bridge that gap rather than us talking on one or the other. Thank you.